All right, sports fans, we're only 1 day, 16 hours, and 37 minutes away from kickoff in New York. Stay tuned. All right, sports fans, welcome to Sports Night with Ori. Once again, thank you so much. Once again, we have a rivalry game, a divisional game, and this is where it gets a little scary because it could be a trap game for the Miami Dolphins. It is a must win for the Miami Dolphins. Number wise, statistics wise, I did it last time. These two teams are basically close enough in all category. Miami has played well lately, and so is the Jets. Okay, so this is why I say it could be a trap game. My only concern for the Dolphins to win this game is Tua Tagovailoa. Tua needs to come out of this slump, especially in this kind of moment. 5 games left in the season. You got the Jets, you got Pittsburgh, another cold weather team. Then you got the Bengals at home. You got Tampa Bay at home, and then you end up with New England, another cold weather. Which that game, I do believe it's going to be a game that has no importance unless New England gets on the stretch of losing, and then Denver takes the home field advantage. That's the only good two teams in the AFC. By the way, it's between the Broncos and New England, and I could tell you, Denver probably is the worst team with a 9-2 record, but they haven't played as his potential, especially Nick's their quarterback. He has been struggling all year, but they have a great defense, and that's what's holding them up, the defense. So anyhow, going back to Tua Tagovailoa, Tua needs a breakout game. Tua needs a game like 22 out of 25, 310 yards, 3 TDs, no interception. Or if you want to put one interception there, that's fine. We need Waller to come out of it too. I know he just came out from injury. We need Waddle, the Penguin, to show up. Not worry about the running game with A Chain, Ali, and Wright. This is where I think the advantage goes to Miami. Now, if the Jets stop the run, then I'm gonna tell you, we had to rely on Tua Tagovailoa arm. I just hope McDaniel has the right game plan for this game on Sunday at 1 o'clock in New York in the Meadowlands. So this is something that I've been talking and preaching the last week. I know I sent a video out there as you guys to see with the Grinch, and I sent another one for the Grinch. It's just having fun, guys. The Grinch came to ruin Christmas, right? Well, he came to ruin the NFL teams that are in the playoffs. We have a lot of good games. We have Pittsburgh and and the Ravens. That's a great matchup. You have also the Texans and the Chief. These are all teams that are in the hunt, and it has an implication of getting into the wild card. Now we have a big role ahead of us. Yes, we do, Dolphin fans. But I'm gonna stay positive. I think Miami will end up 10-7. The only thing is, if 10-7 will be enough to make it, that's my only thing. I think 11 games is gonna be the key right here, not 10 games, unless somebody goes in the funk here and start losing and give us a chance of winning. So, but listen, man, I'm concerned just with Tua Tagovailoa, guys. I know that. I mean, he has been struggling. He's a high-paid quarterback in this league. Uh, he's not living up to his potential. You can say Tyreek Hill got hurt and he's not the same player. I'm not going to go there because even though what Tyreek Hill was playing, he was struggling. I don't know what's wrong with him. If it's his hip, uh, the hip injury. I mean, there's something that's going to come out of this by the end of the year, as far as we make it. Something gonna it's gonna give out here. I don't know what it is. I mean, I think the Dolphins are trying to stay quiet. The good thing the Dolphins doing, guys and girls, is that they're getting away all the negativity, all the media stuff. Uh, are they playing the great football? No, I think the best two games you can say they ever played was against the Falcons and probably against the Buffalo Bills. But let's be honest, the game against the Commanders, they look sloppy. The game versus the Saints last week, they look sloppy. And then I know we would say, well, they're bad teams. They should beat them by big scores and all that. But listen, it is the NFL. It is a physical game, okay? And team wants to win. I know things were said out there that the Jets are tanking and all that. I don't believe that either. I believe they want to win, especially this is a game, like I said, when the Dolphins play Buffalo. It's like their Super Bowl game. This is a playoff game for them. So here's two teams with a rivalry, know each other for a long time. And this is the game that we have to watch out. It could be a trap game. If Miami is looking ahead at Pittsburgh, they're making a mistake. One game at a time, 1 week at a time. Because I'm going to tell you, the Pittsburgh game will determine how far Miami could go. And once again, cold weather team. Oh, that can be good. I mean, because Pittsburgh's not a good team right now, guys. Let's be honest. Not even the Ravens. Not even the Buffalo Bills. Even though Buffalo beat Pittsburgh, I mean, they just ran over them. And if Miami could run over Pittsburgh Steelers, my God, it's a long day for the Steelers. And I'm gonna go back with the Steelers for a second because listen, I cannot believe how people want Mike Tomlin out of the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. He has never had a losing season. And yeah, you can say, well, I don't care about not having a losing season. It's making the playoff. Well, listen, he made the playoff with Rudolph against the Buffalo Bills, and just because of that fumble, it changed the whole game around. So you can't say he didn't make it. It was like 2, 3 years ago. Uh, Correct me if I'm wrong. And now you want to coach out of there. Listen, I know there's accountability. There's so many things, but you know what? It's a coaching staff that needs to address this. You got a defensive coordinator. You got an offensive coordinator. Let me tell you this. The moment they traded and the moment they released Ramsey and traded for Ramsey, John Smith got released and they signed him. Uh, and all these players are went to Pittsburgh for the Miami Dolphins. Now, I'm not blaming them just because they landed at Pittsburgh. That's why the team is losing. Hayward couldn't say it better. We all football players. We all have a full roster. We all go to films. They watch films. They practice together. And the word is accountability. Same issue with the Miami Dolphins. Accountability. Maybe Rodgers need to have a seat this week. Get Rudolph an opportunity. Something has to change to spark the team, right? That's what I feel that Pittsburgh needs to do. Same thing as the Dolphins. They fired their GM. They traded for Phillip. That's all they did. And they won 4 out of 5 or so. Besides that, I started the season 1-6. So they have played good ball. Now, Pittsburgh has done the opposite. They started 4-1, and now they're 2-5 in the last 7 games. Can they turn it around? Yes, because it's a winnable division because there's 2 teams, unless you want to add the Bengals if they get hot. Because if these 2 teams start losing and the Bengals start get hot, Bengals can take the division. But see, the Bengals has a game with the Miami Dolphins. Even though Joe Burrow's back, but I still believe our defense is better than the defense of the Bengals. But you got to be careful. Why? Because it's Joe Burrow. I don't know if Lamar Chase is out for the year, and now you got Higgins. I think he's out for the year. So, and not Chase. It was Higgins is out for the year. So, when you got a quarterback that he's your main captain of the team, and he comes in and dominates and beat the Ravens, okay, the worst defense in the league, and shut down Lamar Jackson. That's what I say. Any rivalry game, okay, could really, really hurt any team, especially when they're rivalry, when they're the same division. I don't care what record you have. You can have 10 losses and you're still a rival, and those games are difficult to win and to play at the same time. So I just hope McDaniel has the right game plan to facing the Jets. The Jets has been played pretty good lately. The Jets have been scoring points pretty lately, and they're running the ball just like Miami. I think this game is going to end up in a who wins the turnover situation. Can Tua stay away from the turnovers? Can Tua prove to the Dolphins, hey, I could win this game with my arm? Because if they stop the run, oh boy, it's going to be a long day for the Dolphins. But I believe that the Dolphins have a better running back set, and they're pretty even with numbers, close to each other. One's ranked 22, 23, one's 24. I mean, if you look at the past 3 games, 4 games, then Miami has the advantage because they have played better football. But now it's a different story. Now you're going to New York, cold weather, which the Dolphins are 0-8 with 45 degrees and under. They haven't won a game. McDaniels, I think, is 2-9, if I'm not quite sure, or somebody could correct me, uh, in cold weather situations. So, you got to win those games. There's no excuses. This is the National Football League. And you know what? We could use the weather thing, but all these players has played in the cold weather in college. So I'm not going to go for that. I'm not going to, get involved in that. It's professional football, it's pro football, and my thing is, Dolphin fans, we need to be prepared uh, to face a rivalry team. Okay, that right now, when you hit the Meadowlands, and we know how the Meadowlands is, we know the fans, we know how that goes. Okay, you got to go there and execute. You got to go there and just stamp their feet, stamp on their feet, whatever you want to call them, their toes, whatever you want to call it, stamp on their head, and listen, take their victory home. Whether it's about 1 point, 2 points, I think it's going to be a close game, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be one of the toughest games for the Dolphins because the other game in Miami was tough. I mean, Fields had a good game. Now, we have Taylor. Taylor has done well against the Dolphins, guys. Quarterback Taylor has done, Torrey Taylor has done very good against the Dolphins, whether you like it or not. Now, Chop Robinson, that's the guy you got to put on him for speed. I mean, our front has to play solid pressure. This is something that we lack of pressuring the quarterback. We got to pressure the quarterback. We got to force turnovers. I think the Jets are the only team in 12 games or 13 games, whatever, that have not have a turnover, interception in their secondary. So that's what I'm worried. That's what I'm concerned. Can Tua get back to form? That's it. Now I like Miami to go 10-7. I don't know why I feel so good about it. Is 10-7 going to make the playoffs? The wild card? I don't know, guys. I think 11 game is. I think it's going to be tough as we hit this stretch. But hey, anything is possible, right? But anyhow, thank you so much. It was just a short video. It's not a long video. I'm gonna try to come back tomorrow. We got so much to talk about. We have the Lakers playing tonight, getting beat big time. The last time I left at halftime was the Celtics 69, Lakers 46. Uh, I mean, they were getting blown completely. With the Lakers, they had 16-5 record towards the 13-9 Boston Celtics. But once again, record don't matter. These two teams don't like each other anyhow. They've been in so much championship with each other. But yes, listen, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel, liking the channel, the thumbs up, and check my short videos too, guys. It's fun. It's just to have fun. But once again, man, thank you so much. Fins up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And once again, you guys have a blessed night. Take care.